couple weeks, we've been talking about different types of life cycles. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the plant life cycle. And last week, we talked about the life cycle of a butterfly. And this week, we're going to be talking about another type of life cycle. It's actually the water cycle. The water cycle has 3 different parts. Doesn't matter where you start with the water cycle. So we'll start with the water on the earth. The water on the earth is the actual water that we see every day in oceans or in rivers or in lakes. That water is water that we can see with our eyes. But something happens to that water. When that water gets hot, it turns into water vapor. Water vapor is kind of like the steam when you take a hot shower. It goes into the air and you can't see it anymore, but it's still there. So we start with the water on the ground, and then it goes into the air with water vapor. And then what happens next? That water vapor becomes clouds. And do you remember what happens when clouds get filled with water? It rains. The water comes back down to earth. So we start with our water on the ground, and it goes up to the sky in water vapor, and it becomes the clouds, and those clouds get heavy with rain, and the rain comes down. That is the water cycle. All of the water that we have on earth is the only water we're ever going to have. It's just going to keep cycling and cycling through the water cycle. So it's so important that we take care of our water. It's so important that we don't pollute our water. Do you know what pollute means? That means make it dirty. We want to make sure that we don't throw our trash in the water. We don't put bad things in the water. Because not only will that water be bad for us, it'll be bad for the animals that live in the water. That's why it's our job to help take care of the water.